Hello, this is Marco Duenas, and this is my presentation on the family Phrymaceae. So Phrymaceae is known more commonly as the lopseed family, which the name comes from one specific species, the lopseed, Phryma leptostacia, as you can see on the bottom corner. We'll find out that this is kind of an odd choice to name the whole family over, because this family is mostly known for the monkey flowers, but we'll sort of go over the history of that later. So this family consists of 13 genera and about 210 species total, which is not a lot. It's a relative mid-sized family, and as I said, a large portion of the plants in this family are commonly known as monkey flowers, and this is a name of unknown origin, but it's presumed to arise from a myth that the flowers resemble that of a smiling monkey with its tongue out. I don't really see it, but taxonomists, I guess. And these plants have a near worldwide distribution. They've sort of become naturalized in a lot of places, but generally there's two big hotspots where they're found. The first one is in Australia. There's about 30 endemic species, and then the other is the western part of North America, where there's about 130 endemic species. And here are the official genre on the bottom. Diploeus, Erythranthe, and Mimulus are going to be some we'll discuss later. So Phrymaceae actually has a pretty crazy and controversial taxonomic history. So it was first established in 1847 by Johannes Conrad Schauer, who was a really famous botanist. And it was originally monotypic with just that lopseed I showed you in the previous slide. And it remained like this until 2002. Sort of molecular phylogenetics was starting to take off, and we had all this DNA technology. And it was suggested that 6 genera from Scrophulariaceae were moved to Phrymaceae, and this was officially done in 2004, and it saw the movement of 11 genera, including Mimulus, which is going to be where all hundreds of the monkey flowers are. And 2012 saw a really controversial move in that the Mimulus genre was split, and only 7 species remained in that monkey flower, the Mimulus group, and the rest were moved to either Diploeus or Erythranthe. And this move is highly debated to this day. It's pretty often to see plants that are in Diploeus or Erythranthe still classified as Mimulus. So some general characteristics of Phrymaceae. They're mostly herbaceous annuals and perennials, and pretty much all of them stay relatively small. The leaves of this plant can be identified as simple, lacking stipules, displaying opposite patterning, and they're often toothed. And a common pattern for the corolla is bilateral symmetry with 2 lips, one with 2 lobes and the other with 3 lobes. All the flowers of this family have superior ovaries and flat stigmas. And what sort of a cool fact is some members of the Phrymaceae have a sensitive stigma that upon contact with something, they close up. And they do this by changing the turgor pressure and sort of moving water around, and that sort of causes the stigma to close. The flowers often grow in spike or raceme inflorescences, and the fruit is generally a loculicidal, dehiscent capsule, though sometimes the fruit is a berry or a schizocarp in certain species. And here's some footage from the Jepson Herbarium of the stigmas closing, which is pretty cool. So for human uses, some monkey flowers are seen as an ornamental. We can probably find them as ornamentals out here in California because they're endemically found here, but they're not super common. They have a lot of importance to indigenous people. So probably one of the more common ones around here is the bush monkey flower, and it was used as a remedy by the Miwok, Pomo, and the Kumeyaay tribes to heal burns, wounds, reduce cough and cold symptoms, and even diarrhea, so it was sort of a natural remedy. And they were also used as an ornamental purpose, as a decoration to make wreaths and put in children's hair. And these bush monkey flowers are also edible, and you can use them as a substitute for lettuce in your salads, and they have a slightly bitter taste. But there's one species I'm going to talk about that is really important in evolutionary biology. So probably the most popular of the monkey flowers is the common yellow monkey flower. It's an endemic species to the California chaparral, and the reason it's so popular is that it's an important plant model organism with a sequenced genome, and it's used for studying plant evolution and ecology, plant evolutionary systematics, bioinformatics, inbreeding depression, and hybridization, just to name a few. So here is a picture of a flower of the yellow monkey flower, and this is Dr. Benjamin Blackman, who studies monkey flowers in UC Berkeley, and I actually got the chance to interview with him, and I'm hoping to rotate in his lab sometime my first year up there. So I really wanted to find a video footage of the yellow monkey flower, but when I went to the UC Botanic Gardens, they were all dead. But one interesting thing I did find was that the sign for it is completely wrong. It has the wrong family. It says Scrophulariaceae, but it should be Phrymaceae, and it has the wrong genus. It says Mimulus, but this plant, as of 2012, it got moved to Erythranthe. So hopefully UCR can update their sign soon.